Sebastian, don't go down this dark route. Oh my god, I've chipmunked again. Bam. 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 Bam.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
Bam. Bam.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominis has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominis would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Reckon we should still fucking tell Ominis. Because signed, you're more than I learned about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. Right behind the great room which has suffered decay, amid the turned over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
I feel like nothing good is gonna come of this.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet. Confringo! Protego! Stupid! Glacius! Defender!
At least now we know we're not alone here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio!
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. Confringo! This room is
Revelio.
smaller than it looks.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio!
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Always.
Glacius! Defender! Confringo!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better.
Revelio!
Confringo!
Levioso! Accio! Revelio!
Depulso! Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Glacius! Defender! Confringo! Confringo!
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
You make no damn sense, honey. It happened to other people, but it's not gonna happen to us.
Now
We
this is
feel
the sort of great
special
room I
now.
want to be buried in.
Whee!
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Accio! Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Accio! Incendio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! There's something here by the altar. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Levioso. Accio. Confringo. I need to find a safe way. Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Lumos! Accio! Lumo! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Lumos. Lumos. Accio. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete. Glacius! Depulso! Accio!
Look at that.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Glacius. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Glacius. Depulsor.
Did you hear that?
Aki. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Guardian Leviosa.
Accio.
Guardian Leviosa.
Revelio. Incendio. Bombarda.
Depulsor.
Accio.
Guardian Leviosa.
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 Revelio. Accio.
Guardian Leviosa.
So the bones just didn't want to align because one of the lot decided to fuck up. Okay. Oh.
Revelio.
I previously mentioned the relic in my report and was reprimanded to leave it where it lay, but research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the red relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies. Oh god.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
And standing that test of time? Bullshit. Bull of fucking shit. Getting played is what we are.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
Bom, bom, bom.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, Your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
I'd prefer
It's probably wise
all
to
the
know the spell.
knowledge.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries.
Avada Kedavra!
Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Here they are!
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Imperial. Glacius. Gryffindor. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Compulso. Confringo. Imperial. Crucible. Confringo. Descendo. Confringo. Descendo. Crucible. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Confringo. Stupefy.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo.
Say, fucking burn already.
Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Pull those out in a second.
Accio. Revelio.
Avada Kedavra!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I'd try.
Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Revelio.
So for that I need...
Accio.
Alright, so for that I need the circle and the... No, wrong one.
Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Confringo. Descendo. Imperium. Protego. Stupefy. Glacius. Defendo. Confringo. Repulsor. Bombarda. Crucible. Protego. Descend.
Shit. Wrong target.
Bombarda. Descendo. Crucible. Descendo. Bombarda.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Curses are fucking powerful. Avada Kedavra!
Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Accio.
The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibility could benefit not only Wizardkind but the world, but the dark sacrifice involved to release its intent may be too great until we know more. Please do not remove this relic. We've
Revelio.
literally been asked not to.
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
I have a feeling this.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake.
Oh.
I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Yeah. Ominous is on your ass.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
I don't want to persuade Ominous. I want to persuade Sebastian putting it down.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a
No!
word more.
Didn't I just pick the option to talk to
I
Sebastian?
hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
No, I said we'll talk to Sebastian to leave it. Ah! RPG! Role playing! Why am I not getting options to stop this? Fuck! This is not a good road! Learning the curses, yeah. Using them is another thing altogether, which I have been
What
using.
happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Sebastian's gonna get.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He
Oh, you
just
did.
doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Lumos.
For fuck's sake. No matter what I say, it's gonna go in this direction. Where's my RPG? Where's my RP in this fucking element? Where's the quest changing depending on what I choose? Really feel like I'm just spratting dialogues and doing completely different things right now and during this quest. We're gonna show you how dangerous the dark arts are. I already know how dangerous the fucking dark
As we were
arts are.
leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Why is smoke
We'll get to
rising?
Feldcroft. I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. It
Protego!
looks like Ominous. It only upset her.
That's big puffs of cloud.
No, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Up there, by the hamlet. He's in trouble. Under attack.
Let's hurry.
Why don't you come up here and fight?
That was meant for me. I won't bet. One less human to worry about.
I didn't even get a goddamn fucking warning.
I'm something at Defender. I shall avenge them. That was unexpected.
Confringo!
Oh god, you just used an unforgivable curse in the open. You're an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse? From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperius curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Fucking knew it. I knew he would do something like that. Sebastian's the one to act on impulse. He really is. He'd be loyal, but... That's the problem though. That is the problem with that. Having the knowledge and doing something. The knowledge itself is not necessarily dangerous, as when it's put into ill practice or not used correctly. Like that. It's an unforgivable curse, but he just used it. That was the now charms that could have worked. Depulso pushed the enemy away. Fucking Bombarda. Well, no, Bombardier and Blasting Curse are a bit too close. Levioso. You know, freezing spells. These are all 5th year spells that they all should already learn. There's other things that would have done, that could have done the job, but just going straight to a forbidden curse because it was the easiest. Sebastian, Sebastian, Sebastian. Going down that fucking rabbit hole.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
He did go too. He went too far. Loyalty. I understand why he did it, but at the same time, it is an unforgivable curse for a reason. And using it one time, especially something unforgivable, becomes an excuse to properly use it again and again. It's like someone when they're on something, let's say a diet, or they're trying to break a bad habit, and they're like, "Oh, just this one time, it's all right." And then that breaks it puts a leak in that dam that they were building, and then another leak happens, and then another leak, and another leak, and then it bursts. Oh! I think Sebastian did go too far. There's other spells he could have used. At the same time, Sebastian's been a real comrade, if anything. And so I don't want to just throw him to the fucking wind. The funny thing is, I'm going to pick either choice, and it's going to go the same way anyway. That's what also annoys me, because I'm agonizing over the choice, and I don't think it's just going to change some dialogue. Because again, when we talked to Ominous about persuading Sebastian to put it back, he was just like, "We can go with it, Sebastian." It's like, really? Really? He hasn't betrayed me though, so I don't feel like I want to betray any loyalty he's shown me. Oh, agonizing.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
See,
Wonder who lives here.
I wouldn't have worded it like that either. Like, just straight up. He did save his sister. No, he saved his sister, but he could have done it in other ways. I do believe that he shouldn't have used the curse. See, I'm of two things. Being ignorant of something, ignorance about something itself, breeds... It's dangerous in itself, because the ignorance of whatnot can make the curiosity to use it, which becomes a pathway to do that type of stuff. Or being told not to do it especially for rebellious people, it can fucking just, you know, forbidden apple. You know. But at the same time, knowledge itself of it can be dangerous for the fact of, again, it becomes people that use it or make an excuse to use it and keep making other excuses to keep using it. That's the problem. Oh, the uncle hasn't been nice to begin with too, so it's just Sebastian isn't in the right. He is nowhere in the right, but neither is the uncle too, because he's always called him his father's son and always kind of, as we've heard, been straight up nasty at times. So yeah. I don't believe either side's right in this. I don't. But the same, yeah, it's just, but at the same time, again, it's like any power. Anyone who gains power, like, they can use it for great good or great fucking evil. Vada Kedavra, an instant kill curse. You could kill someone completely evil trying to wipe out hundreds of people with it and save lives.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before
But
I
at the same
invented
time,
blue
you could use
powder.
it to take an innocent life, depending on the person. So it's kind of like, to me, it's more how you use them
Need I remind you that
as
you are
well.
studying at Hogwarts?
That could be an excuse to use it more. Again, no, it's
Never become an aura in this race.
philosophy. It's a very slippery path, like science. In a way, like, we use science to understand the world about us and like do experiments and stuff like that, and it gets to a point where, like, we say we need the better man, but at the same time we get to the point where we asked whether we should, not if we could. Well, we say if we could, we don't ask whether we should, but at the same time we don't push boundaries, we stagnate. Doesn't mean it's progression is necessarily evil. Hey Coco Bomb, how you? I'm doing all right. I'm de-stressing playing a game, which just gave me a choice again. It doesn't change the outcome so much in this game. the choices don't really change what happens, so I'm kind of annoyed with that, but at the same time, the choices they give me are two completely different things, so I agonize it over. I just went on about, like, unforgivable curses and, like, knowledge, whether, you know, oh, I sometimes get very philosophical. Very... Anyway, how are you doing, Kokobomb? Yeah, like, I just had a thing, and it's just like, I was talking to Ominous, and it was just like, essentially it was like, no, Sebastian's right in this, or the other one was, I don't believe it's right, or like, we should talk to Sebastian. I picked that one, because I didn't believe he should take the relic, I really don't, because I knew it would go down this path that the game's trying to give it. And it's just like, Sebastian, we can leave, I convinced Ominous, and it's just like, you serious? You fucking serious? And it's like, Sebastian used an unforgivable curse in public to save his sister. Now, as I pointed out, there was this glacier spell, the ice, the freeze spell, the slowdown spell, the pulso. There's plenty of other spells that could have saved his sister, but he went to an Imperio, which is like controlling the enemy. And he said, and anything like that, like anything like, as I was saying, like human impulse, changing habits, changing like people that go on diets. When you build a dam and then suddenly you let a small leak through because you're just like, you know, oh, it's just this one time. Oh, only for this situation. But then you'll find another way for you to just use it again because it's just for this situation. And it's a bit like when you don't allow knowledge of anything like a certain thing, then you can breed curiosity. If you tell people who are rebellious not to do it, it's forbidden apple effect, you know, and then suddenly, you know, people go down that path. The knowledge itself doesn't mean it's necessarily evil at the same time. As I said, like Avada Kedavra, the instant kill curse. A good person could use that curse to necessarily stop a bad person from killing hundreds or thousands of people, but it's quite easy to accidentally use it on an innocent person too, you know, so it's a bit like philosophy. You can argue for one point, but at the same time, that can pretty much all be flipped on its head too. It's just a big round circle that goes around and around and around. You know, like science, like knowing how our world works helps us understand it, helps us make a balance. However, people can also use this to profiteer and destroy shit without care of the environment and the world itself. And you know, it's in the end it comes down to if you have the knowledge and the power, how you use it in an individual person. Like it's and now I'm going on this track again of going in circles. What's that thing Voss said? What's the definition of insanity? Oh. So yeah, I'm just looping comments right now like that. It's just, but like as I said, there's a few comments I've made.
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
But that's the thing, single-minded obsession, Sebastian, can lead you down a path of no return. You ignore all consequences, and the end does not necessarily justify the mean, because you could get rid of that curse, but what happens if it inflicts her in another way? Like, Sebastian, are you thinking?
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
But you can't expect other people to keep fixing your mess, Sebastian. You need to take responsibility for your actions. And you're not saying using an unforgivable curse is not a bad thing. You're like, oh, but I needed to.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Grapphorn and a phoenix. Do I breed 4 of each of these? I've got 3 of those. That'll leave 1 spot for a Grapphorn. I don't need puffskins anymore because they're only for tier 1 abilities. So in low level gear. Oh. I feel like Sebastian's gonna end up in a bad place. And no matter what I pick, it's gonna go to the exact fucking place. But like we saw a big gold silver collar, and I'm just like, yeah, they're controlling dragons. What you fucking know? They're controlling dragons.
Oh, good, you're safe.
What's wrong?
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
We could
I
have.
should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
How about you let your gran know that she may be getting another visit? Hmm? I would suggest that, ma'am. 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 Maybe 3 unicorns is enough. It's very calming music. All right. I'll read one more unicorn. Bam, 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 bam. Get back here, you little shit! Now eat! A better hat. And a better scarf. Yeah. All right. Oh. I could really use a hot chocolate. I bought coffee. But I'm not gonna lie, a hot chocolate feels nice. Would feel nice.
What are you up to now?
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
New instruments are expensive,
Water might be a little cold.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
They called me a wand
There they
slinger.
are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Wizard kind will submit.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out
Petrificus Totalis.
Who's there? See myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me. Hello? Afraid to fight?
Oh shit!
Get accustomed to that!
Glacius, Defender, Stupefy, Confringo,
I won't rest.
Stupefy, Depulsor. Protego. Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Oh, you want to calm
Once
down
again,
with the
we
curses?
could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Wouldn't mind a plum job at Gringotts.
Petrificus
Easing
Totalis.
around all day. Mind you. Who's there? Thought I heard something. Must have been my stomach. But if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further. It's true. Eat a big meal, you'll be slow.
Petrificus Totalis.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
I mean, they didn't even discover us. Sonia. Just hiss at people.
For better or for worse, we're in.
I'm famished.
Petrificus Totalis. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Incendio.
Wow. I didn't even jump. I just broke my ankles. Yep.
Incendio. I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Not your best moment, I fear.
Protego! Stupid
Child!
Bombarda!
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Stupid! Glacius! Defender! Confringo!
I'm on solid ground! Why do this out longer than necessary?
Protego! Stupid! Glacius! Confringo!
No!
Repulsor!
How
Oh.
many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Revelio. Confringo.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso.
Yeah. That's my idea. Yeah, stop being a bitch and hurry up.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs,
Confringo.
or the solar size, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Revelio.
Uh, 33, let's create some gear slots.
Smashing. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio.
Right, let's move on.
Glacius, Defender. Confringo.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Confringo.
Just
Revelio.
shoot everywhere. It'll make sense in the morning.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would.
Lumos.
Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Incendio. Defender.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Nothing over here. Not quiet enough.
Oh wow, just instant detection. No. Oh yeah, I dodged that.
Protego. Confringo.
Stupid away.
What was that?
Glacius. Confringo. Revelio. Glacius. Defender. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they've been
Revelio.
waiting.
I just straight up died there because I got poisoned and lowered to enough health. And I pressed the wrong thing. I pressed block instead of dodge. Shit. Oh well. Shit happens.
Glacius. Protego. Stupefy.
Lucky, that's all. I'll bury you in it. Someone been taken out last night.
Defender. Confringo.
Get a counter to that. I will. You're no match for me. I won't rest.
Potato! Stupefy! Defender! Confringo!
Wait, again, how did I get poisoned?
We're not finished yet.
There was nothing to fucking dodge or block.
Glacis! Defender! Descendo!
Again. This is when targeting would help, but the thing is you get boned by other shit.
Glacius! Defender! Protego! Stupid one! Confringo!
Fuck off.
Protego! Descendo!
Yeah, fuck you.
Confringo! Glacius! Defender!
Ouch. Heal just in case.
Descendo!
God damn it, man.
Confringo! Descendo! Glacius! Defender!
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
You Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery, you know.
Confringo!
One.
Revelio!
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Confringo!
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more runes soon. Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio!
The world floated back to me as if in a watery haze. How long have I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes, empty of sorrow, yes, but also I recall feeling a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish, but then everything started to turn. When I fell, I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it is not the Black Death. At least he is no longer in pain. Oh, God.
What do you
Revelio! A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio!
Yeah, like misplaced magic.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Done. I found why. I found a way. I'm on my way from mystery to happiness today.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft?
It's your
Have you
birthday?
forgotten the mine
Tweet,
you
tweet,
just
motherfucker.
went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Wow! I've kept you in the loop the whole time, and then suddenly you just call me a fuckhead, pretty much. Happy birthday, ooh woo. Happy birthday, ooh woo. Happy birthday, dear Shrek. Happy birthday, ooh woo. Hip hip, snuggles. Hip hip, snuggles. Hip hip, snuggles. Is that what you're looking for, Shaq? I even made it cursed for you. Clip it, ship it. I knew that was coming. I was actually meant to be going to work today, but had problems with the car, so yeah. I would hate it for it to be Sebastian that betrays us, you know. Because that's just playing into the usual trope of Slytherin equals bad. But at the rate he's going. Not exactly having high hopes for the bastard. Gobbledygook. Astronomy tower. We got a pie for unlimited power. Fuck, I'm getting tired. Oh god, calm down.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Lumos.
That's upstairs, further ado, please.
It's the best one ever.
Oh, shut up, Peeves. No one likes you, Peeves. Peeves, you're just a pain in the ass. There we go.
Professor Howard's going to quiz us on random
Just let the eyes glaze over. Yeah.
Hello there.
You know the sun's up, Amit. You're looking into the sun. You're gonna go blind, my dude.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you
Amit.
saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Oh! Hello, Raiders! Kazuto Yuki. I'm hoping I said that right. I butcher names all the time. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. I'm not so wise fool. Just give me a second. Bam. Jesus Christ! Now that woke me up. I may be a little tired, but fuck me. Anyway, thanks for the raid. Hope you're all having a good day. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Oh, I need to do this quest now. Oh god. No, world map. Stream was pain. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Played a Souls-like game. Ah, which one? Was it an actual Souls game or, well, you said Souls-like, so... Oh, yeah, okay, I know that title. I haven't played it myself. I have seen my friend play it, and yeah. Yeah, that sounds like pain. Yeah, they can be pretty uphill at times. Bash your head against a rock and hopefully eventually you'll keep going forward.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
I seem to do that a lot myself.
Included.
You're welcome. Alright, let's meet Lodgok. I was angry because I was encumbered by wearing boots. Baking. Huh. Whatever weighed you? The boots. Definitely the boots. Jesus. Fuck that.
A friend
I've-
who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us.
I've played
Before he
Dark Soul
arrives,
games and shit,
perhaps
and
you could
that's
tell
gonna
me
be
why
bad
we're
enough
here?
at times.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here
he's...
comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access.
Fair enough.
From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Yeah, we got spells.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
That was some of the most awkward shit I ever heard.
Accio,
Clever.
Oh, so this is kind of meant to explain
the
to you
door is
about
looking
the
at
chest.
us.
So, that's how you meant to discover to use invisibility on the chest, not like me being, oh, they see me and lock up, and I can use invisibility now? It's meant to drop you a hint this far in the game, but I've already got all the chests I can get.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Right. There we go. You're lucky you got teleporting abilities. I'll put it down to being a wizard.
still can't believe we're
Accio.
inside the Imperial Goblin Mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Okay.
Accio. We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
You're not coming with me, are you, buddy?
Lettuce, those mushrooms.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
If you're there. Someone there?
Me! Get out of my way, you son of a bitch!
Accio.
Wait a moment.
Petrificus totalis.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Whee! I want to go down like a slide. Nope. Okay. Alright. What have we got next?
Revelio.
Revelio.
Incendio.
Oh. Oh.
Accio.
No, I want... Shakalaka. Bitch. In my chest. What's my inventory looking like? 32? Okay, we'll get rid of 2. Can't let you get inventory full, otherwise you may encounter a looting glitch. But I won't deal with that. That's cheated me of fucking loot before.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Sure.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Wow, a schematic. They're building something. I can't
Revelio.
quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Let's go back, check the top level. Don't like to leave loot behind if I don't have to. Oh, fuck you, chats. I saw that FBI open up out of the corner of my fucking eye, and I was like, oh, didn't get me. And then you have to give me push-up. Yeah, give me a second.
Quiet as a grapple, you are.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The
I know you did
flourishes
tell
are
me.
extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Still doesn't mean I have to believe it would happen. I can try to live delusionally if I want, Tats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's gonna happen, fuck you. I feel my arms are dead since fucking Taurus does it so much. I should really increase the cooldown beyond half an hour. Because he usually does it every hour and a half an hour, depending on how he feels. Oh. How the fuck does he still have points? This means you're getting stronger. But when I stream mostly every day I'm off. The days off is when I actually heal, I guess.
Revelio.
Oh, beg me pardon.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Empty what?
Feels like I've been at this for hours.
Empty-headed. 180. What? Oh. Oh no. I just did the math. You've saved up more points than what ours.
What's going on out there?
It's Totalis.
Someone there?
Someone there. Bam! Run in circles. All you need to do is run in circles.
What was that?
What was that?
Seems though I'm not alone.
It seems like we are not alone.
Petrificus Totalis.
Oh, this healing is
Because you
too
don't
much.
see me in chat doesn't mean I'm not
Stay
here.
close. I've handled much worse.
Fair
Another
enough.
boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Accio. Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
How is Al doing anyway? Because I can't really talk to him these days. Or I don't really catch up with him because we're on opposite fucking swings, of course. How's he doing? If you know. And how was gym? You did, yeah, you would have done gym today. That's probably like I came over to your place, made myself a coffee, made you one, then proceeded to drink it and left. That just sounds cruel. Al is good as far as you know. Fair enough. No, I just wanted to check on him.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Don't talk much. Yeah, usually where you're camping is pretty shitty reception. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Lumos!
You say that, but we can always get into this entanglement. It's called loot.
Revelio.
Let's add many strongs.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Fair enough. Uh-huh. You all know that's gonna go fucking well.
Petrificus totalis.
And got the wow.
Who's there?
You gonna come down? No?
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit. Revelio. Accio.
Its pressure is too low. Gotta be a furnace somewhere. I feel like there's gotta be a furnace somewhere. Cause they don't just give you that shit.
It's it. Accio. Revelio.
We weren't found and we wiped out the whole mine.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we
What
found.
to have for dessert tonight? Something you can bring to me? That'd be great, Tats. So knowing you, you'd say, I would, but you'd eat my share as payment. You have something
I need
creamy?
a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Something creamy and white, hey? Careful, Tats, you're not going to leave too much to my imagination. Oh, there's always something good behind a lock.
Aloha Mora.
Kinda thick. Ooh. Fair enough. So ice cream, correct?
Revelio.
Or rice pudding? Hey, yeah, I said ice cream, like, no, they've been eating, like, Yoits and Tats have been eating, like, rice pudding lately, so. Rice pudding for the wood. I actually ate a bit of rice pudding too when I was working at.
We're almost out of
retail.
here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Love it. Fair enough. I just wish Camp would make a good one, because half the time they make one and the rice is undercooked. Like, it's literally still got a solid center. Sucks. Part of fucking rice pudding is literally like semi-overcooking the fucking rice. How do you make a rice pudding while undercooking rice? Travesty, I tell you. Yeah, there are some days you can get a good cook, and other days you get bad ones. Some really fucking bad ones. Speak with Amit.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad,
SPQ.
was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that are in town.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled
It's the one near the Woolies.
and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it.
Oh,
She wanted to
Professor
work together.
Fig's wife.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Oh,
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
What if the repositories are holding like
tell you all of
Miriam's
so that you understand what is at
experiments
stake.
and the negative energy from like removing the pain and stuff like that?
Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals. But the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
So next week, Wild Hearts. Yeah, I plan to get Wild Hearts. I plan to finish off Hogwarts and play Wild Hearts, or like play some Wild Hearts and then kind of spatter some Hogwarts throughout. Yeah, my biscuit quest is also fucked. Because I opened the cage early without realizing, and apparently that glitches the quest! And they still haven't fixed it.
I hope Professor...
Almost 2 weeks later.
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spitwitches as soon as you can.
Alright, we're gonna get this broom upgrade. Alec knows how to fix it. I'll see. I tried their fixes, like apparently restarting the game, like exiting and going back in can fix it, but I haven't been able to. The cage is just spawning without a lock. Yeah, apparently it can unglitch, so I've been checking it out every now and then, but apparently it's not guaranteed. Again, he modified the save. Ah, see, that would be a pain in the ass because I've done modifying shit like that before once for another game, and it was fucking painful. You're usually looking for a certain phrase in the code or something like that, and it's like, I was scrolling 15 minutes to find 4 lines. I was just like, fuck! It was a bit of a pain in the arse, I'm not gonna lie.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged
Yeah,
a
the
special
problem
price on the
is-
broom upgrade for you.
What I was looking for was a phrase in the game which was used multiple times, so when I searched it, it gave me the whatever one, and it wasn't the one I needed. It was like one that further down on one of the other characters, because it was a thing where you collect things and they all have certain traits. So if you search that up, it brought up only like the newest one you captured with said trait. So it was just like, frustrating. I got it done. It's just, you know, fucked. An enhancement that significantly increases your broom acceleration and speed.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Now we're selling shit. We just spent $4 grand. How much can we get back? Since I don't have that many yellows to sell right now, probably not that much. Oh, about almost $3 grand. Anyway, if
Thanks for stopping by.
If it gives me enough
You're
side
all set
missions that I
with the
can
new
fill
upgrade.
it out,
I can't
even
wait to
without
hear
it,
what
I don't
you
care
think.
about missing one side mission.
This may sound presumptuous, but
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
you know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Reyes is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, If you're flying high above them, you should be all right.
The completionist
think.
says no. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm still grabbing pages at Hogwarts even though I'm not getting XP for it because I finished the field guide for the pages there. Even though it doesn't include all the pages.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon.
But like I've already completed all the Merlin trials and like
I
at
look forward
some
to our
point
next meeting.
again it was getting me nothing. I was like fuck, because I've been on like 82 to 87% for the last fucking while now. It's just slowly going up. I need to give a good search because I haven't really been searching for the landing platform, so I need to give that a good search. Jesus. You find the other Hogwarts secret. Like, yeah, I just wish it would. Oh, I need to find 7 more of these. Breed unique beasts. I need to breathe 8 more times. Maybe I just breed unicorns. But I think I'm going to call it there for today because I've been up since 6 because I had to have my car in at 7. Because they are going to do it first thing in the morning. Guy was kind enough to give me a lift home too, so that was great. Before we found out my car had even more problems from hitting those potholes. It cost me an extra 500 bucks tats pretty much. No. I don't do VR on last day. I need to be functional for the next day. You want to play VR, you should hit me on my first couple days or on the weekend, tats, when we have all the fucking time in the world. Slack. I've got 1 more broom to buy. And 1 more broom to earn. I was playing other games? Well then, that's on you! No, just get good. Fair enough. But don't forget too, we've got to play Wild Heart next week. There's another game I wanted to grab and play. I can't remember. I can't remember. It was something I wanted to play. Shit. Oh, Atomic Heart. I was thinking about it, but I was thinking of more watching it than playing it. Because even though I was interested in it, it didn't overly grab my attention too much. It looks phenomenal, don't get me wrong. It's just not something that really grabbed my attention for some reason. So I'm watching someone play it. And because I'm watching someone play it, of course, I'm not going to have genuine reactions, nor am I going to be like, oh shit, you know, so. Yeah, I know that. Yoitz has grabbed it to play it. I'm still waiting for half those other games that we wish listed for VR. Waiting for those to get shit passed out, you know. We'll